أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد ولعنة دائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
We have almost reached 1/3 of the way in our discussion regarding the Imam history, the analytical history of the Imams, in which their long-term goal of establishing the Islamic government was slowly coming to a close. We reached the part about Imam Ali alayhi salam, and we discussed his challenges and what he did and why he was victorious although he was oppressed. Today, inshallah, we'll be talking about, if I may call it, one of the best sections in this book of 250-year-old man. It was about Imam Hasan alayhi salam. And usually we don't listen too much about the analytical part of Imam Hasan alayhi salam. He brings many stories about what happened during his time and why Imam Hasan alayhi salam took the decision to make the sulh and the treaty. He is the one, you can say, that redefined history, whereby you have an Imam making a treaty with the enemy, just like how the Prophet did. But here things change a lot. The dynamics are changing a lot. Regarding the Prophet, when he did the treaty of Hudaybiyah with the Kuffar, at the end of the day, after 10 years, when the treaty was broken by the Kuffar, the Prophet won. We have Surah Al-Fath that says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Inna fatahna laka fatham mubina. I've given you an open victory, O Prophet. By this treaty, you are going to win. But Imam Hasan alayhi salam, things are different. He is now making a treaty with the enemy, after which the lineage of the enemy continues forward. And we will see what Imam Khamenei Shahid Rahmatullah alayhi mentions and why this happened. So as you remember, the Prophet is in Makkah. He wants to bring about Islamic change. He wants to establish the government of Allah so that he can spread Islam throughout the world. So he fights the enemies inside Makkah. He establishes a government in Medina. He wouldn't have to do it if he didn't need to. But he needs to do it because he needs to spread Islam. He needs to fight the enemies. He needs to establish a government. At this point now, in the Prophet's life, most of the enemies were very clear for the Prophet. We had the Kuffar in Makkah. We had the Mushrikeen, of course. We had the Jews, who in the beginning they were showing some kind of alliance, but then it was clearly found out that they were against the Prophet. There were a few Munafiqeen that the Prophet did not deal with because they were not very dangerous for him. They were not a threat. However, at the time of the second Imam alayhi salam, the enemies are now hidden. Where you have a person, a wolf in the clothing of a sheep. Where you have someone like Muawiya, who claims to be a Muslim, but then he is working against Islam. That's the time of Imam Hasan alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam, of course, he starts then. For example, this very famous story, I'm sure we might have heard of it. It says that Abu Sufyan, towards the end of his life, he was in a private gathering with the Bani Umayyah, his clan. He was blind at that time. He tells the people around him, is there anybody other than us, Bani Umayyah, in this room? And he calls out, the people call out their name. He's taking attendance basically. Okay, you are there, okay. It's us only, it's Bani Umayyah. Then he makes a statement. The book quotes this statement. He says, regarding the government, Islamic government, Khilafat rather, تلفقوها تلفق القرى. Pass this ball around this government. Pass it around like you're passing a ball, like you're playing a game. Let it stay within the Bani Umayyah. Let it not go outside us. This was the aim of Bani Umayyah and Abu Sufyan's army inside and regarding the Khilafah. That they should play among the Bani Umayyah. Whatever you do, you play any game, make sure Khilafat stays within us. It was a secret between the Bani Umayyah. In fact, then Sheikh says that this sulh that happened, where Imam Hasan alayhi salam had to make a peace treaty with Muawiya, he's saying that if the Imam would have fought here, Sheikh Razi, in his book of Sulh al-Hasan, he said if the Imam would have fought here, it would have been suicide. Because of many reasons. And in this phase, that people without basira, we talked about basira a bit, is where you don't see the future, you look at it in a very short term. You see the short term results. You don't see that if I do such an action, what's going to be the long term effect. The Imam, the Rahbar, he has the authority and rather the duty to see if I make such a decision, situational awareness, they call it sometimes. In this situation, I cannot fight. It's not the right thing to do. Let me change my tactic and make a peace treaty. But there were some people who were not aware, no basira. They could not see the future. They could not understand what history is showing, what will happen in the future. They don't know Muawiya. So they come to Imam Hasan alayhi salam. There is a person by the name Hajar. He was a companion of Imam Hasan, Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He comes to Imam Hasan and he starts, you can see, scolding him. Why did you make a peace treaty with Muawiya? And as he is speaking, Imam Hasan and Imam Hussein alayhi salam are together. Hajar is there. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, وَغَمَدَ الْحُسَيْنُ حَجْرًا. Imam Hussein alayhi salam makes an ishara and an indication to Hajar, keep quiet. Don't think you are smarter than the Imam. This is not the place to ask why you are making a peace treaty. This was the right thing to do. Imam Hussein stops the companion from complaining to Imam Hasan. The Imam Hussein was with Imam Hasan. Peace treaty was the right way to go. So, okay, fine. The peace treaty is made. Okay, fine, you have made a peace treaty. What else now? What can we do? You want to establish a government on earth. Like Imam Zaman alayhi salam, Allah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif, he said, Salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. You want to make the Islamic government. Now you have made a peace treaty with the enemy. He is going to take power. What are you doing, Imam, instead? An underground movement. Imam Khamenei mentions the word Tashayyu. He tried to establish those close companions who can be with him, and there will come a time they will get an opportunity and they can rise and revolt against the false government and get the power back in their hands. He was building that small underground army. For example, Musayyab and Sulaiman, two companions, they did not understand what the situation is. They come to Imam Hasan alayhi salam and tell him, Imam, we have armies ready for you. You tell us, we will give you the armies and we will fight. Imam Hasan alayhi salam calls them inside the chamber, privately talks to them. After the meeting ends, Musayyib and Sulaiman, who had armies, suddenly disband and close their army and they go do their own business. As if they realized Imam Hasan told them what is going to happen, what you need to know. This is what you need. We need a leader who is smart enough that even though we have many people who have so much josh, they're always emotional. We should fight the enemy all the time. No. There are times you have to keep quiet. Follow what the leader is telling you. He knows that in the future is not bright. Keep quiet just now. There are three reasons that Imam Khamenei mentions about the soul. Number one, and I'll just mention stories because I'm sure we have heard about these things, just a reminder, and more to put it into context. One of the reasons why the soul should have happened and why the Imam did not need to fight and did not have to fight, and if he had fought, it had been suicide, is number one, fear. People are afraid. When Imam Hasan asked them, do you want to fight or should we save ourselves? People said, let's save ourselves. If your own army is telling you, I don't want to fight, then who do you fight with? Imam Ali gave khutbahs in the Najul Balagha, you can read them. He is holding his people. What are you doing? I'm calling you to fight against Muawiya, you don't want to fight. The time of Hasan alayhi becomes worse. People are completely running away from fighting because you see the army is increasing of Muawiya. In fact, look at the fear at that time of the leadership of the Bani Umayyah, of the evil rulers. There was a person, it's a very interesting, funny story this one. There was a person by the name Yusuf bin Umar. He was among the Khalifas, the evil ones. He had one very specialty, khasiyat. He was a short person. So whenever And he was the one who killed Zayd bin Ali. Remember Zayd bin Ali, Ali bin Imam Hussein. And he is the son of Imam Zayn al-Abidin, Zayd. Yusuf is the one who killed the son of Imam Zayn al-Abidin, the one who after Karbala stood up and fought against the evil rulers, against the Yazidi army. This Yusuf bin Umar, short leader, then to kill the family of the Prophet, he had this practice. Now because he was short, he would be feeling some kind of inferiority complex, that people should not call me short, I'm the leader, I'm in power, and people were afraid of him. In fact, they say that when he wants to make some clothes, sew some clothes, he used to give the cloth to the tailor. The tailor don't dare say that the cloth is too much because you are short. The tailor should not say the cloth is enough for you. No, because you are short, it's fine for you. No. The tailor should say, whether it's true or not true, he should say that, oh Amir, this cloth that you have given me is less for you. We need more cloth for you. We need to make a big dress. This cloth will not be enough for you. That's why he used to be happy. Such a fear that even the tailor is afraid to say that you are short. Can anyone say you are short? How will you say that you are doing something aguna? That's it. So much fear. That's number one, fear. Number two, that started from the Prophet's life, we said it's one of the enemies of the Prophets, was materialism, attachment. Very interesting story he mentions. He's saying Muawiya was on a horse, and there was a companion of Muawiya next to him. Muawiya started boasting about Bani Umayyah, my father was this, Bani Umayyah like this, I am like this, and he was talking and talking. This person, the follower of Muawiya, was listening to him very carefully because you can't turn away your attention from Muawiya. He was talking and talking and he was listening. Suddenly there were some boys playing around over there. One of them, they were playing with stones. One of them threw a stone and it hit this fellow supporter of Muawiya on the head, on the forehead, and he started bleeding. Muawiya did not notice because he was in cold blood, he was praising himself. And that guy is now dripping blood. He does not dare tell Muawiya that can you please give me a moment, I'll go and just wash myself and coming. No. He listens to Muawiya, whatever he's saying, while he's bleeding. Can you imagine? But what was the reason? As Muawiya is talking and finally he settles, he turns towards the supporter and says, hey, you are bleeding. Ajab. Why are you bleeding? Do you know you are bleeding? He said, yeah, I'm bleeding. Oh, I'm bleeding, yeah. What do I do, Amir? I was looking at you, talking about yourself, I forgot about everything. I was only focused on you. He said, oh, Ajab, very nice. Then he asked him, my supporter, how much do you get in Iran? They call it Yarani. What is the government support for you? Saying, I get this much amount. Muhammad said, oh, this is injustice. In fact, from now on, I will tell the government, he will give you 3 times more. And then he gets 3 times more. Money. You try to do chaplaincy so that you get more money. Second reason. In fact, we have very interesting history that Ibn Abbas's brother, his family was killed by one of the governors of Muawiya. He was on the side of Imam Hasan, Ubaidullah, on the side of Imam Hasan. His family is killed, and then he goes to the enemy. The enemy offers him money, millions, dirhams, dinars, whatever it was. And suddenly you see this Ubaidullah, whose family has been killed by Muawiya, he is now siding with Muawiya because of money. Very big, important thing and factor for the people at that time. And that is especially because after the second Khalifa, they took over Iran and the other places. They were conquering the lands. And because they were conquering the lands, money was coming in. And that is why people became infatuated with money. They loved money. Number 3, as you have seen in the second part, is for safety. Imam Hasan alayhi salam knew Basira. That just like Uthman, if you remember the story of Uthman, when Uthman, he was very much favoring his own people. They call it nepotism, very popular word, especially because of Uthman, it became popular. Favoring only Bani Umayyah. You want money? Bani Umayyah has money. People of Uthman have money. What about the rest of the people? No, they are suffering, but Uthman is earning. So people now started to revolt and stand up against Uthman. What are you doing? And Imam Ali alayhi salam was saying, his only job was washroom food, washroom food. That was Uthman. This person now, recite the salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil. Imam Hasan alayhi salam realized that just like Uthman, they would have killed Uthman, and that's what they did. They killed Uthman. Who killed Uthman? Muawiya killed Uthman. In fact, they say even Bibi Aisha was speaking against Uthman. She was instigating people, this is not a Muslim, it's a kafir. It's a word they use for it, it's a kafir. And they went to his house and they assassinated the Khalifa in his own house. Imam Ali alayhi salam was the one who was trying to defend. Because if now a Khalifa is killed in his own house, then it will become a trend. Every Khalifa will be killed. And that's what happened. Khalifas were being killed. So Imam Ali was trying to avoid this. So this Imam Hasan alayhi salam knew. If it can happen with Uthman, it can happen with me. And interestingly, Muawiya, who killed Uthman, is the one who says, we want to take revenge and avenge the blood of Uthman against who? Ali. Surprise. Ali was defending Uthman, and they are saying Ali was the reason for Uthman's death, while he was the only reason. Imam Hasan alayhi salam knew this. If he fights Muawiya, his own people will kill him, and then Muawiya will cry upon Imam Hasan. Then look, Imam Hasan has been killed. Very smart, chalak person. That's what Imam Hasan alayhi salam knew about it. Recite the salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And for this reason, Imam Hasan alayhi salam had started the underground movement. And the plan was that this underground movement, during the time of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, should become stronger, and the Ahlul Bayt should get the government. Am I saying this? No, this is the hadith from 6th Imam alayhi salam. Let me read it out to you. It's a very interesting hadith. There's a lot of aqaidi concepts inside this hadith. وَقَتَ هَذَا الْأَمْرِ فِي السَّبْعِينَ, that Allah had decided that Imam Hussein alayhi salam's time, 70 years after that Imam Hussein alayhi salam, around 10 years later after Imam alayhi salam passes away, then the government of the Ahlul Bayt should come in 70 years. In 70 years, the government of Ahlul Bayt should be in power. But فَلَمَّا قُتِلَ الْحُسَيْنِ صَلَوَاتُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ اشْتَدَّ غَضَبُ اللَّهِ. But when the people did not support Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Allah became angry. And then what did Allah do in response? That means there was an opportunity for the government to come. But because of the Karbala incident, Allah changed the decree. What did He do? غَضَبُ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى عَلَى أَهْلِ الْأَرْضِ فَأَخَّرَهُ إِلَى الْأَرْبَعِينَ وَمِئَةٍ. Allah extended and delayed the coming of the Islamic government by 140 years. Imam Khamenei says, meaning he added 70 more years. If the people would have supported Imam Hasan alayhi salam with the way he was doing underground movement, then the government of Ahlul Bayt would have come earlier. But because they did not support Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Allah says, now you are going to suffer under wrong rulers, Bani Abbas, for another 70 years. And that's what happened. And finally, I'll mention this last part. So we have now Imam Hussein alayhi salam with no power, no support rather. Underground movement is going on. But what is Muawiya doing in this government? What is his aim? What is he trying to change? He is changing the Khilafah against what they call Sultanah, monarchy, kingship, where the leadership is inherited one after the other. Rather than a person who's selected from Allah, we select in fact from our own family, Bani Umayyah. And then if Bani Umayyah passes away, Bani Abbas. That should be the flow. What are the signs? Imam Khamenei mentioned there are two things that he touches. Number one, what is the aim of the government of Haqq? He said there is a government of Haqq of Imam Hasan alayhi salam, government of Batil, the Sultanate, the monarchy of Muawiya. What is the difference? Haqq is after religion, Allah, while Batil is after power. Meaning, however you get power. If we can use religion and show ourselves to be Muslim, we will use this tool of being a Muslim and get power. This is what people like Ammar realize, that this Muawiya was coming to power. It's not right. His usul is on money, power, can't accept it. That was the first thing. The beliefs were wrong. One is haq, one is batil, one is for Allah, one is for power. Number two, what are the methods? It's very interesting. And you should connect it to what is happening today. Think of any government who acts like Muawiya, who wants power all the time. Three methods the batil will use. Number one, very popular in Muawiya's lifetime. I would say he is the one who made it popular. Infamous propaganda. He used to do tabligh, negative tabligh. Imam Khomeini, I don't know, it's his personal opinion, it's a very interesting opinion. He was the one who started the lan of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam on the minbar. And that is where this lan of Amir al-Mu'minin and the Sahaba started from the practice of Muawiya. How can people say that Imam Ali alayhi salam, the son-in-law of the Prophet, the cousin, was killed in Mihrab, and how was he praying namaz? Was he even a Muslim? Propaganda. And you can see today one of the biggest tools that the enemy is trying to control, but it's very difficult because of social media, it's not in anybody's control, was propaganda. His propaganda. Number two, money. He uses money. It says that he paid 500,000 dirham for one thing. In the tafsir of the verse, Laylatul Mabid, whereby Imam Ali slept in the bed of the Holy Prophet to save him when he was doing hijrah, Muawiya paid 500,000 dirham so that the name should be changed from Amir al-Mu'minin to Ibn Muljim. 500,000 to get the enemy to be praised. He was ready to throw money. Number two, money. Number three, politics. He was very smart, Muawiya. Those people he saw that they are not going to get converted, they are Shias, real Shias, he dealt harshly with them. And those he saw that he can manipulate them, he was very soft with them. In fact, for example, Ziyad bin Abi, then we have Ibn Ziyad coming later from him. Ziyad bin Abi, he tells him he is my brother. He is my brother. Because he knew in the future he will be helpful to me. But someone like Ali or Udayd, companion, strong supporter of Imam Ali alayhi salam, he tries to play politics. He tells him, you know, your two sons were killed by Imam Ali, defending Imam Ali. But Hasan and Hussein are alive. Imam Ali did not sacrifice his own sons, Hasan and Hussein, but he sacrificed your son, Adi. Adi, the lover, Shia. He says to him, actually I'm sad for that. Because actually I had to die first, not Ali. These were the lovers. And he knew he can't play with them, so he killed them. Propaganda, money, and political works. While on that side now, haq side, what did Imam Hasan alayhi salam do? Number one, if we see today the word that everybody is speaking, resistance. As much as you can, Imam Hasan alayhi salam was not easy. You might think that you say he's the Kareem of the Ahlul Bayt. But when the situation came, when Muawiya was trying to play around with him, he was using harsh words against the enemies. In fact, more harsh words than Imam Ali alayhi salam. Because now the enemy is very clear, he is very chalak, very smart. So you have to use very strong and firm tactics against this enemy. Imam Hasan alayhi salam uses stronger words against Muawiya. Number two, value focus. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, you have a choice. Save your life, save religion. The Imams tell us, save religion first, let the life go. Value based. Know where the value is. Nowadays, you will see that Imam Khomeini also is ready to stay in his house, let the missile come and kill me. Why? Because I don't want people to think that I'm a boss. I should be in a bunker. While my people are lower than me, they should be in the open air. No. Value is everyone's life is the same. That's value over personal preference. And third, we have propaganda there and we have propagation over here. As Imam Khomeini used to a lot mention this one, jihad al-tabi'in. Give the true version of Islam. Give the true version of what is happening today. People, especially in Africa, in Dar es Salaam, people don't know what is happening. You see on the Bajaj flag of Israel. I asked one of the Bajaj people, why did you put this flag of Israel in your Bajaj? Are you supporting Israel? He said, no, I'm not supporting. Okay, maybe he's not supporting, but maybe he saw someone is selling or giving out for free, he took it and he put it there. People don't know. We have some Christians, they are supporting Zionism, but they don't know what they are supporting because they're getting money. People don't know. Imam Khomeini and Imam Hasan alayhi salam's tactics was explain to the people what is the situation. They don't know. And finally, at the end, the Shayyu, the underground movement stays until Imam Hussein alayhi salam and the true companions are alive until the event of Karbala. Inshallah, next time if we get the tawfiq, we'll talk about the life of the Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ali tayyibin al-tahirin.